All right, Shalom. This is your brother Shamar from the Phoenix camp. With that being said, I want to give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the brothers that are doing this work in truth and sincerity. And we're going to start off with Psalms 10 and 1. Now, this psalm right here, it speaks about the main topic of it is the wicked. And if you read the scriptures, you can see how they fit the so-called white man or the nation of Esau, Edom. Who are the majority of the so-called white people upon the planet Earth. They are the Edomites, according to the Bible. Now we always have to clarify that not all white-looking people are Edomites. There are most likely mixed nations among them. Because it all goes back to the bloodline of your heritage. There's even going to be Edomite-looking, white-looking people, men and women that are, in all actuality, Israelites. And that's going to be determined by the Lord. That's why you have the parable about the wheat and the chaff going together. Because there will be a separation of those things. The wheat and the chaff, they look alike. They kind of look alike. But there'll be a separation of those by the Most High in the days to come. So this is Proverbs 10 and 1. It says, "Why standest thou afar off, O Yahweh? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble?" That's the sense of anticipation that we have, in these days. We want to know when and how long is it going to take for the Lord to come and bring us justice, because we can't stand another day here. The world is very vexing. Your job, your health fails. Your relationships fail. Everything fails for you in this place, man. Finances fail. Everything fails. The car you drive fails, man. So this place is a place of failure, man. That's why we ask the Most High how long. And the reason why this is a place of failure for the so-called Black, Latino, Native American, because we are under the curses as described in Deuteronomy 28th chapter. We are not meant to succeed here, and that's by design of the Most High. We were made to go off for the purpose of teaching us a lesson of appreciation of righteousness. It says, "The wicked in his pride does persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the vices that they have imagined." So that's exactly what you see happening right now. The vices, the plots and plans and schemes, because I think that's what it means. The plots that they have imagined, or the vice, is ultimately going to come back and bite them in the ass. It said, "For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire." And that's what you see going on right now. He's boasting of his technology. He's boasting of his coming rulership. Because he's out there telling you that he's going to put a chip in you, and he's going to control your every thought, action, and movement. Your financial movement, your spiritual movement, your physical movement. He does it already low key. He controls everywhere you go and everything you do. He programs what you see and what you hear and what you think. He boasts of his wicked desire. For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and blesses the covetous, the greedy, whom the Lord abhors. So because the greedier, the least, they're just getting richer. They're getting richer off your misery. They're getting richer off your situation. They're taking full advantage of their blessing. So that just goes to show you that the Most High being balanced. When that time comes for a role reversal, we are going to have an even greater, more advantage of our blessing in the times to come. And that's the thing that you gotta wait for. And that's why we ask, why standest thou far off, O Lord? Because we're impatiently anticipating that day. If you are man the Lord in the right spirit, it can't happen soon enough. It says, "The wicked, verse 4, through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in his thoughts." And that's one of the ways you can tell if someone's wicked, when they have no spiritual, they don't have no spiritual bone in their body, so to speak. They have no desire for spiritual things. They're very carnal in nature. They just care about the here and the now and the pleasure of this life. That's a mark of wickedness right there. Very selfish in their motives and their ways. And you see that among Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and among our people as well. Even more so among our people, you see that boasting of their desires. That was taught to us by the so-called white man. You know, we picked it up and ran with it, man. You know, Jacob has mastered wickedness. Jacob has mastered wickedness more than Esau has, man. Because Jacob, whatever he puts his mind or his hand to, he excels in it, and that includes wickedness, man. That includes wickedness. Jake can excel in wickedness. It says, "For the wicked boasts of his heart's desire, and blessed comes from the Lord abhors. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after Yahweh. Yahweh is not in all his thoughts." And that's also that pertains to our people. You know, their mindset is not towards spiritual things. Their mindset is toward accomplishing and getting things in this life, and which is like we mentioned earlier, it all is going to lead to failure. All those things fail in due time. You know, everything that's not of the spirit, everything that you can attain here, you know, through the flesh, you know, or to material means, it's all designed to fail. You know, so those things that these people are seeking for, is ultimately designed to fail, man. It says his ways are always grievous, thy judgments are far above, out of his sight, for all his enemies he puffeth at them. He has said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity, and I shall never be in trouble. Because if you go to Obadiah, it says the pride of thy heart is deceived thee. That's part of the deception the Most High put on the so-called white man, to put him in a very lofty mind state, thinking that he's not going to get destroyed. Because, and one of the reasons that the Most High is doing that is because it's more pleasurable, it's more fulfilling to punish or beat or pummel someone who deserves it. Like if someone wronged you or they did you dirty, man, you're going to get more pleasure in beating them than you will if you just beat up somebody that didn't do nothing to you. Why? Because you didn't deserve it. You know, it feels good. Revenge feels good, man. You know, that's and the Lord knows that. So he's going to make this revenge, this recompense feel good. You know, it feels good to get back at somebody. And we all know that, man. It feels good to see somebody get their up and comings, to get what they deserve, man. Like, yeah, fuck him, all right. Yeah, that's what he got. That's what he gets. That feels good. That feels good, man. And that's why the Most High is allowing this devil to attain such high levels of wickedness, because it's going to be well justified and well deserved when he gets his downfall. It's going to be more satisfying. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. So you got to understand these scriptures. You know, you got to fit them. You got to fit them where they fit, and where they fit is the nation of Esau, Edom. They fit this carnal, this low-minded, this base fucking devil, man. And you can see the low vibration that they're in just by talking to them, man. Just by seeing what they glorify and uphold as true and right. You know, that's that. And what is it? What is that? Just pure wickedness. And the more that we continue on these last days, the more he's shown himself to be the wicked of the earth. It says, a mouth full of cursing, deceit, and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, and the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. Because this devil, he does things behind the scenes. He creates plots and plans and schemes, you know, behind the scenes, man. You know, and in plain sight, it doesn't look like this devil's against you, but in all actuality, he is. He created a system where all things are contrary to you in serving the Most High. You know, he created a system where you basically bow down to him, and you go to him for the one of all things. He created a situation where the Jake family, the so-called Latino Black American family, is torn to bits and pieces. There's no stability in it, man. He's done this by design. His design and creating in this society is to destroy Jake. It's always been like that, and it always will be. That's a perpetual hatred. So knowing that this devil has a system designed for your downfall, why would you want the system to continue any longer? That's the question that we ask, and that's the question that's asked in Psalms 10 and 1. Why standest thou afar, O Yahweh? Why hidest thyself in times of trouble? And all we can really do right now is just wait patiently for the recompense of the Most High to take place upon the earth. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the village, in the secret places does he murder the innocent. His eyes are purely set against the poor, privately, secretly set against the poor. Like I said, he does all these things behind the scenes. He lies in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lies in wait to catch the poor. He does catch the poor and draws him to a net, because this system is made up of traps and snares that Jake falls into willingly. Jake tells it himself nowadays. Jake opposes the criminal lifestyle. Jake wants to go to prison. Jake wants to kill his fellow man. Jake wants to sell poison or drugs to his fellow man. He falls right into the trap that the devil set up for him, man. He crouches and humbles himself that the poor ones fall by his strong ones, and that's why he got his police force, and coming soon military martial law troops. That's those strong ones that it's talking about, the strength. That's his might. Violence is his might. Violence is a blessing. Violence is a sword. He has said in his heart, Yahweh has forgotten. He has his face, and he will never see it. So basically, they think that they accomplished such a feat of a technology and rulership and their wickedness that it doesn't matter no more what the Most High says, thinks, or does. The Bible is obsolete. Technology is now the new God, and they're the wielders of that power, technology, because that's what it is right now. It's all a arms race, a technology race. It's all who can get the upper hand in the form of controlling the people on a technological level. It says, "Arise, O Yahweh, O power, lift up thy hand, forget not the humble." And that's what we cry. That's what we cry, man. The hopeful elect. We cry for this vengeance to come upon this devil. Wherefore does the wicked contemn? Let's get that word contemn. Renounce Yahweh. He has set his heart that will not require it. So he thinking that he don't got to pay any type of price for the wickedness that he commits against the so-called Black Latino Native American. He in his mind he has already gotten away scot-free from the attempted genocide of the Native Americans, from the enslavement of the so-called black man, from the mistreatment of the so-called mixed Hispanic Latino man. He thinks that basically he got away with. He thinks he created a society where it doesn't matter what they say or what they protest against, we're still going to have the upper hand. So thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite to requite it with thine hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man, seek out his wickedness till thou find none. So these are violent scriptures, man. This is King David. He wants the Most High to break the arm, to cause violence upon our enemies. The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. What's that word, heathen? Let's get that little footnote. The nations are the Gentiles. So we are calling for a destruction of these other nations and the uplifting of ourselves. And if you want to look at the definition of that, that's called racism. Because the Most High is racist. He prefers one people over the other. It says, Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble, thou prepare thy heart, thou will cause thy ear to hear. Because ultimately there will be a time where all our prayers of vexation and sorrow and of contrite spirit are going to be heard by the Most High. Well, they are heard, and he's going to act upon them to judge the fatherless and oppressed. Let's get the word judge. To vindicate the fatherless and oppressed, and that the man of the earth may no more oppress. And that man of the earth is Esau, Edom. Let's get the word oppress. Terrify. So his rulership, him running amok and causing terror upon the earth is soon to be over with, man. But that's just a real quick lesson going to Psalm the 10th chapter. With that being said, Most High will and hope was edifying. That will give our honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Brothers, keep on pushing. Shalom.